Hey guys, so recently I thought I haven't done a lot of videos that are more aimed towards the younger people or people that are beginners at makeup and that are starting to want to collect some pieces of makeup and start their collection. Like, I remember when I started collecting it, I didn't have that much money either because I was just at school and stuff, so I would have wanted mine to be from the drugstore, from the high street shops. So all of my items are from the drugstore, and I thought that might be helpful. So I'm just going to go through them. I've got 10 different items, and then some of them I have one or two different variations to show you. So I'll just start with foundation. So for foundation, the one that I definitely would recommend, and I've tried quite a few drugstore foundations and I just love this one. It's the L'Oreal True Match one, and I actually used to use this when I was in high school or secondary school. I feel like it would work for a lot of different skin types. It kept my oiliness quite controlled. It matched quite nicely to my skin. Watch out for the cool and the warm tones though. They do cool, warm and neutral tones in this shade, and I tend to go for the more yellowy looking ones because I think most of us have a yellowy tinge to the skin anyway, so I think the yellowy ones usually work. This one is in golden amber. It's easy to work with, it's quite lightweight, and also it's buildable, so if you're someone that likes a bit more coverage, you could use it as well. I just think L'Oreal do really good products for if you're quite new to the makeup world. They just cover everything, so yeah, this one in particular. And then for concealer, I picked two. They're the ones that I've quite liked from the drugstore recently and or would recommend. So the first one is one that's really like well known on YouTube, but it's the Collection 2000. I can't remember what it's called, it's rubbed off, but it's like the Lasting Perfection concealer or something. It comes with a doe foot applicator like that, and it only comes in a few shades, but it's pretty high coverage, so if you're someone that has dark circles like me, it'll be really good. Just be careful not to load it on too much, and I think with all of these products, be careful, just if you're not used to makeup, don't load too much on at once. It's better to put a small bit on and then build your way up to like more coverage. So that's the only thing I'd say about this one as well, because it can look more cakey if you put too much on. And also I quite like the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. It's a bit lighter than the other one that I showed before, and it comes with a doe foot applicator again. It is again quite buildable, and I'd say it's quite medium coverage. And yeah, I quite like the packaging as well. It's quite cute and NARS-like a little bit. And then for powders, which I think can be quite important if you're a bit younger and starting out with makeup, because especially, well, when I was younger, my skin was a lot oilier, and you just tend to be a bit oilier when you're a teenager and that kind of age. So for people that have more of the combo to oily skin, I'd recommend the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this. I think it's a good product. I'm not always blown away by it, but if you're someone that has oily skin, this would work really well for you. The other thing I'd say about this, again, is not to go too heavy on it, because then it will start to look quite cakey. So you only need a little bit. Just do your like foundation, concealer, and then put a dusting of this on, and then take it with you during the day to touch up. Another powder I really, really love from the drugstore, and that I'd recommend for a beginner, is the Maybelline Fit Me Powder. And I hope they still do this, I'm sure they do, but it just looks like this. And you get a compartment underneath which had a sponge in it. If you have combination to oily skin or kind of normal skin, maybe dry skin, I don't know if you'd still want to use it, but yeah, I definitely recommend that, and it's not as drying as the Stay Matte Powder. It lets a bit more of your oils come through, so that's why I really like this one. Next is eyeliner, and I'm including this because I'm an eyeliner fiend. Like, I couldn't do my makeup without eyeliner, so I thought I'd include a liquid one. And when I was younger, actually, I used to be told to start off with the Kohl pencil, and then move on to liquid eyeliner. So you could use Kohl if you want to line your waterline, but I tend to just use liquid eyeliner. It's so easy and quick, and this is the one that I'd recommend, the Loreal Super liner. It's rubbed off a little bit, but yeah, this is so good. It's really easy to use, and the applicator looks like that, and it's quite easy to control, and it gives you a really thin line, so I really like that. And also it's very black, it's like carbon black. If you're a beginner with makeup, mascara is something I definitely say to get. Like, even if you don't want to get too many different products, I just recommend mascara as one of them if you're only getting a few. And this is one that I've tried recently and I would recommend. There are tons of good mascaras out there. They're different for everyone, like everyone likes different mascaras, so it's kind of trial and error and just try a few different ones out. I tend to like the L'Oreal mascaras and the Max Factor mascaras. This is the L'Oreal Full Slash Architect, and I've been liking this recently, so I thought I'd include this one. But one that I also love is Max Factor's Full Slash Effect. And for one a little bit cheaper, the Rimmel, is it Sexy Curves Mascara, I think? That's a good one as well. Eyebrows can be a little bit tricky, especially if you're a beginner with makeup, because they're like, you don't want to, just make sure you don't overpluck your eyebrows, and make sure you don't draw them on too heavy. So you want to have a really light hand, and a product that I think is quite easy to work with is something like the Collection 2000 Eyebrow Definer, which is a retractable eyebrow pencil. So it looks like that up close, and this is quite a light one. But the light ones are quite good to start off with because you get to know how to draw your shape on before you go darker, and then kind of, you know, you don't want to go too heavy with the darker one. This is really inexpensive. You can get the eyebrow pencils really cheap. For bronzer, that one that I really do like from NYX is this one. It's Terra, and this, to be honest, is kind of a cross between a blush and a bronzer. So it's a good product if you want to have two in one. If you're in the UK, you can get these online. If you're in the US, I know they're a bit more readily available, and I'm not sure about elsewhere in the world. There are tons of drugstore bronzers though. There's a Rimmel matte one that I think I know of. It just depends again if you want a bit of shimmer or if you like them more matte. But I really love the terracotta one from NYX. And if you're starting out with blusher, and if you're in the UK, Natural Collection is a really good brand to start out with. These are really inexpensive. I think they're about $1.99, $2.99. This is Peach Melba, and this is a gorgeous colour. It would work for a lot of different skin tones as well. And it's like a dusky rosy pink. I'd really recommend Collection 2000 for trying the blushes, because then you'll get to know if you like the more peachy ones, the more pink ones, more reddy tones. Because they're so inexpensive, you can pick up a few and see how you get on with them. Okay, then we've got lip products, Revlon lip butters, but I'd recommend these for beginners because they're a bit of a cross between a lip conditioner and a lipstick. So yeah, they're really glossy and really colourful. They're quite fun products. You kind of can't go too wrong with them because they're a bit more forgiving than a full-on lipstick. A few different brands do products like this now, so you could find a few like this. If you do think you want to delve into the lipsticks though, my favourite brand for lipsticks in the drugstore is definitely Rimmel, and I actually just picked out like 3 different colours to show you guys, and then I realised that they were all Rimmel, so it just shows like my favourite ones. So if you wanted to try out a nude colour, I love Rimmel's Spotlight Beige, which looks like this. And I've nearly used it all, but it's just a really kind of versatile nude. It's gorgeous. It's a lovely everyday colour. If you wanted to go for something a bit more pinky, one of my favourites is from the Kate Moss Rimmel line, and it's number 5. Or I think actually they've changed the number of this, so I'll link it down below for you guys if it has changed. But it's such a gorgeous pink, so it just looks like that. And these are really nice and soft on the lips and easy to work with. And yeah, just good for beginners, good for everyone really. And then a red, this one I absolutely love. It's it's from the Kate line, but it's just number 1 and it's such a gorgeous red. I think I also love her matte one as well. That's the one I really, really like. But the Kate Moss line at Rimmel is just fantastic for lipsticks. I also like the Revlon lipsticks as well, if you wanted to like change it up a bit from Rimmel. And then lastly, I'd suggest lip gloss. And if you're again not someone that wants to load on the lipsticks, a lip gloss when you're a bit younger or starting out is just such a nice product to wear because it just boosts your lips, like plumps them up a little bit. I like the Revlon ones and they have really, really pretty packaging. But to be honest, just like hunt around, there's tons of ones in the drugstore, really nice lip glosses, so it's up to you. I usually prefer the nude lip glosses, but if you wanted a bit of colour, you could bang on a colourful lip gloss. Yeah, they're my 10 drugstore beginner makeup items for you guys, and I really hope you found that helpful. Let me know if you did. I just realised I hadn't done something for makeup beginners for ages, or I just thought it would be helpful because I know there's always people that are wanting to start out with makeup and things like that. Let me know what you use and let me know what you think is a good drugstore item to start out with as well. I'll put everything in the down bar also, and yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye! Mwah. There's a fly.